Good evening. Five New Technologies by Todd Krause. The Music Interactive. We found it at themusicinteractive.com. Click the link. This website I found when I was researching topics for musical apps to use in my classroom. This is more of a game format that will keep students engaged, but also have them doing activities or challenging strategy games that would help their learning with music. It's plays for games, activities, and computer-aided instruction software for students. And again, it's fostering that culture and that environment that is learning using digital tools and resources to support learning. That fits in the ISTE 5C. And ISTE 6C is challenging students and creating learning opportunities for all students where they solve problems and they're engaged in the classroom. All learners, not just visual or auditory learners, but all learners are given an environment in which to learn. And in this case, we're using digital tools for that. So you can say it's set up as a kind of a game kind of website. Here's a quick video from YouTube that shows one of the games. As you can see in the small video picture, the user is using what appears to be a phone or an iPad with the piano, and the notes come across the screen this way, and you play the note on the piano in this case, and the app picks up the sound, and then essentially the Staff Wars is a game where there's a spaceship and it shoots the note as it comes across. The games are free. The classroom apps, Staff Wars again that we talked about. It's a recorder program and works with recorders. I don't work with recorders, but the elementary teacher at the grade school here in Seneca does, and she uses different apps with her students. Staff Wars is what I'll get into. I'll kind of show a game here in just a second. But this is a game that's designed to help beginning and intermediate musicians learn, practice, in which the note names of the treble, alto, and bass clefs. The app for anyone who wants to master these clefs. And this can not just be for beginning band students where I'm working with my students right now, but this is for all students, making sure they have the notes memorized, and if they see it across the page, they know what note it is and know exactly how to play it and that kind of stuff. A couple other games. Crank and Lucy helps practice note name recognition so you can read music more easily. Again, just getting into note names and note positions on the staff so students can start to memorize. And this takes into a different format, a game format. And rhythmic dictation randomly creates rhythm from a range of user-selected items such as tempo, number of beats, and how many times the rhythm is played, suitable for interactive whiteboard use with an entire class, or at a computer station for individual work. This is an excellent resource to use in class and then outside of class as well for homework, not necessarily homework, but for individual practice, which can be used as homework. Drawn to Keys is a major scale and interval drill game for your smartboard or computer lab. So it takes a piano, digital piano, and lets you press onto the keys and make notes, and then also play different passages such as scales and intervals. Hands-on Math is designed for students to use both interactive whiteboards and station computers. It offers 4 main drill activities: 2 and 3 digit addition and subtraction, money counting, corner recognition, and measuring. Often we do use music, math, exercises in the classroom. I've never used this app or this website for music math, but when adding notes to fit into each measure, we do different music math exercises. I'll draw up notes such as whole notes, quarter notes, eighth notes, half notes, and then have the students add them together and try to fit them in different measures. And we do that as a class, just trying to get the students to essentially count the duration of each note and then add them together. Rhythm blocks are a great way to begin work with rhythmic dictation with your students as a group on an interactive whiteboard and individually as a lab. I like all these apps and games because not only are they good for the students, but they're good as we use them as a group, and then they can break off into individual practice and use them when they get home or outside the classroom. There's a couple other ones that I haven't got into yet, but a strings interactive game that shows the parts of the violin, viola, and cello. There's a Jama Mambo. That's a funky dancing monster. Mind Jams has you composing your own instrument. Choose from an instrument panel, and then press record, and then that's you get into your creating and fitting in the music standards that are set forth for music education. And Drums Around the World highlights and shows you different drums that come from different parts of the globe, and then it allows you to kind of get the sound and the sound clips of 25 different percussive instruments. So this is a fun game app for students. There's a couple that actually cost money, but we'll get into Staff Wars, a couple more on the performance side of things. Downloads. These are different types of games. You can go in and download from the App Store, Google Play. I just went ahead and downloaded Staff Wars. And I'll pull that up right here to give you an idea of what it's like. Start Staff Wars. Down here it lists the note names. Here's your battleship. It's almost like a Star Wars kind of thing. And we'll get started. You get 3 lives. Here's how many you get correct. Different levels. You turn your sound on or off. We'll get started here. Treble clef on the staff. Top line of the treble clef is an F. Second space is an A. Fourth line up is a D. And just kind of do this and kind of get the students playing games. And then you can check them on their score to make sure they're getting them all right. If you miss one, say this is a C, but I'm going to put A. One of my lives gets crossed off. And then you keep going like this until you make a mistake again. And then it's game over. And you can see how many you got right. And you can challenge. If you get so many right, you can move up a level and they start coming in a little faster. And that is Staff Wars. Again, it's an interactive game, getting students to start to memorize and learn, get familiar with the note names, which I think is very important in the music classroom, and definitely as a musician, as a student musician. That's pretty much the basics that you need to start learning the note names. So it's a fun interactive game website that incorporates music and technology. The goal is to get my students to start memorizing and learning the note names and getting comfortable and familiar with them when they come across the screen or in our music's sake when it comes on to the music and they're looking ahead. Intended audience are students, worn over the ISTE standards 5C and 6C. They both deal with learning and creating a learning environment and learning opportunities for my students using digital tools and resources. And the finished products were just the games, and then setting up games for my students to play and then assessing them that way. Making sure they're completing exercises in classroom. Outside of the classroom, they can take a screenshot of their work to show me that they've gotten the work done or if they had some individual practice. When I add practice records in the coming weeks and into next year, I intend to add practice records, but a digital or a technology game, interactive game involving music would count almost as practice because they're using their musical skills and talents. That's my second video. Thank you.